Hey guys, this is Paul with rcFoamFighters. Real quick before we get into the Jupiter portion of this video, I just wanted to do a little quick remembrance for Memorial Day. It's a Memorial Day holiday here in America. Basically this is the holiday where we take time to pause and remember all those who have given the ultimate sacrifice to fight and protect for freedom. So I just want to show this little portion of the video before we get started, so I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, this is Paul with rcFoamFighters. Thanks for joining me for this video. Basically this video I'm going to start to get into fixing and repairing the Jupiter like I mentioned in a video a little while back. It's been quite some time actually since I took it out to the field. We were doing some of the different airfoil tests when I had a kind of a weird spin that I couldn't get out of, and I ended up crashing the plane into the ground. As you can see, it was pretty badly broken. The front nose and stuff was broken off. So I'm going to get into repairing it, and hopefully we can get this thing all repaired and start continuing with the tests. So real quick, I'm just going to take you guys through. We'll do a quick damage assessment of the plane, of where it's at right now. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to plan on doing on changing the plane and fixing it. So let's get into that and see how this all goes. Okay guys, let's take a closer look and do some damage assessment of the Jupiter. Basically, it looked like it was pretty bad. It came down from, I don't know, a couple hundred feet down in a nosedive, and it hit the ground nose first. Actually, the plane, I was happily surprised it wasn't hurt as bad as I thought it possibly could be. The worst part of the damage was pretty much the nose section up here, which got totally busted off, and the landing gear inside, which was already lightly cracked from some of my hard landings, kind of busted totally off. So basically, I'm going to start by rebuilding the front landing gear, and then I'm going to be reattaching the nose onto the plane. Let me pull the wing off here and I'll show you all the insides and show you what the condition of that. Okay, basically where the front fuselage broke off from the rest of the main fuselage is pretty much where I have these big giant bulkheads inside the fuselage. From here back though, pretty much the plane stayed intact and there's no real super damage to it. There was one minor tear in the EPP up here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera right there. So I'll be probably putting some hot glue in there and either using some strapping tape or some fiberglass weed to put over it to re-strengthen that up. Basically everything else seemed to be pretty good. I did have one control arm on the elevator that was bent and one on the rudder that was bent pretty bad, but that was just a control rod. I was able to just bend that back and straight. I will double check all the servos to make sure none of the gears are broken before I start to flying it again. So basically that's it for the main fuselage. Everything's pretty much good. One of the repairs I'm going to be doing though, while I do have the plane kind of apart, and one of the things I wanted to fix that was kind of wrong with it in the beginning, is the rear landing gear. I think I'm going to try and widen out the stance of it to hopefully make it a little more stable. It seemed like it kind of had a tipping issue when I was trying to, drive it around or coming in for landings and takeoffs. So I'm hoping to either scoot them out a little farther, maybe 1 inch to 2 inches on the rear landing gear on each side. I'm hoping that'll help stabilize it a little more and hopefully not cause too much more extra drag. So I'll be doing that also while working on the plane. And one of the other cool things I'm going to be doing that I planned on doing a while back is I'm going to be creating another bomb bay from the center fuselage on the bottom of it. The current center of gravity of the plane is right about here. It's a little bit right around halfway down, I guess, the fuselage. So that's going to be the center of gravity of the plane, and I need to keep my bombs kind of centered on that. So what I'm planning on doing, let me get a better view here, is I'm going to be carving out probably either a circle or a square. This is real super rough inking on there. It's not really centered. I got to center that up better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out another square here, and there's going to be a bomb bay door on the bottom of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these quantum bombs. I don't know if you've seen it on Hobby King's site. Let me break it out here and give me a second. Okay, guys, here's a quantum bomb that I was just talking about. This is a pretty cool little bomb that you can buy off Hobby King. It's pretty big in size, and it's got a built-in servo inside this little base piece that has the release mechanism, and you can just hook this up to an auxiliary channel or your gear channel or some spare channel that you have on your radio, and you just click the switch and it'll drop the bomb off. And basically, I'm going to take this bomb, I can't really fit it in there right now, but from the bottom it's going to be mounted to this big bulkhead, the base is up here, and I'll probably end up strengthening the bulkhead maybe with a little bit of wood, since I'll be taking away some of the foam, and make it stronger. And I'm going to mount that bomb dropping mechanism up here, and it's going to basically hold the bomb, and it's going to be separate from the doors. The doors are going to be on another channel, so basically I'll hit the channel to open the doors up, then there'll be another channel that'll release the bomb out the bottom. And what I'm planning on doing, hopefully, is I'm going to take one of the small Turnigy cameras so we can film it from the inside while in flight, kind of pointing it down towards the bomb and to the rear. So hopefully we can try and get some sort of footage of the bomb dropping. These bombs look pretty cool. I haven't tested it out yet. I will be doing a more thorough test on the Hobby King Live site, probably coming up after I get this Jupiter back together. This bomb is pretty cool. It has another attachment you can use. Let me grab that. Okay, here's the spare attachment for the quantum bomb. Basically, you can attach this to anything to turn it into a bomb. I'm hoping it's strong enough. I'm going to be attaching probably a Guinness beer can to this little thing, and I'm going to be dropping it out to Tim with the parachute connected to it. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be Operation Beer Drop. That should be coming up in the coming months after I get this Jupiter back together. And hopefully this will test out and be able to hold that beer can. So look forward to that coming up. So let's get into these modifications. Let me start building this plane, and we'll see where it goes. Okay, guys, real quick damage assessment on the main wing. Everything seemed to be alright. The motor mounts still seem real secure. They really didn't have any give. I will double check all the screws, make sure they're all tight, and that the plane is still secure and the motor's still aligned. The only major problem that I saw on the main wing was my little wingtip stabilizers, vertical stabilizers. One of them broke off, so I ended up taking the other one off. And so I'm going to be reattaching some new ones, possibly bigger or a different shape. So I'll be adding those on to the main wing. But other than that, I think everything's good. I just need to double check my servos, make sure my ailerons still work. And I will probably be changing the way the flaps work on this. I think I will do like Ken or Wild Hover suggested I do. I'm going to make the 3-position ailerons where they'll go in the normal position, they'll be level, and I'll be able to click down one for flaps or up for spoilerons of the ailerons. So that should be pretty cool. I'll try that out after I get it all ready to fly again. Okay, guys, here's a real close look. Here's the original landing gear. I basically made everything out of wood myself other than the main clamps and the axles and the wheel. It proved to be a little too weak for the weight of this plane, and I was starting to receive some stress cracks in this main holding piece before I actually crashed it and totally broke it. So I've built a real quick replacement right now. I've got a lot thicker wood on there. It's a little bit heavier, but it's going to be a lot more durable. And actually, I don't think the Jupiter's going to have any problems with the extra weight. It was kind of hard to get the CG correct anyway before. I had to put the batteries totally to the front. So hopefully this will compensate it a little bit and make it a little easier to get the center of gravity. So I'm going to be mounting this kind of on the same old studs that I had in there. I'm going to probably be adding some more foam and possibly more wood to mount it in, and probably some EPP across the top or something like that. And I've got to decide which side I'm going to put the servo on, either this side or on the other side, for the actual controlling mechanism of this front steerable landing gear. So let me get on to mounting the servo, then we'll take a look at it again after I get it mounted, and we'll see how it works. Okay guys, I think I got the basic mechanism for the steerable front landing gear all put together. I've got it connected to a servo tester right now. As you can see, it's turning the wheel. Basically it's all mounted to about a 1/2 inch piece of wood on the base. So I hope this will be much stronger than the original landing gear. Because I do plan on, loading this plane up. I'm not sure what the total weight will be when we get it flying. But the plane itself, I believe, is over 6 pounds. And then I'm going to be loading it up with some heavier cargo, possibly 1-2 pound weights. Who knows? We'll see how heavy it goes. But basically, looks like I got the basic setup. I'll do some reinforcement around the servo that's turning this. And then after we get that done, I'll be mounting it into the nose of the plane after it's reattached to the rest of the main fuselage. Okay guys, it's come time to now reattach, or try to reattach the front nose of the fuselage. Basically, I'm just going to be using a hot glue gun to initially glue on the piece that broke off. Then I'll probably be using some of the cross-weave strapping tape to go over the areas that were broken. And I may additionally put another piece of EPP foam over the areas that were broken, hoping that'll strengthen it up good enough and hopefully return it to close to what it was when I first built it. Okay guys, I got the nose totally reattached back to the main fuselage. I basically just used hot glue to run through all where the breakage was, and just reseal it back to the other parts of the EPP. It feels to be fairly secure. Now I've actually already mounted the steerable front landing gear inside the plane. It's all pretty much mounted. I just got to add a little more bracing, but that's all pretty much done. Okay guys, I'm working on the rear landing gear. I was thinking that I'm probably going to change the landing gear instead of front and back on the rear landing gear. I'm going to do kind of a dually style where they're both together. That'll make it wider, and also because I also raised the front wheel up quite a bit, it was making the plane kind of pitch up. So that should help it in takeoff maneuvers, because it'll have a little bit of a incline in the front end, so that'll get the wing up. So it made it to where the front pair of wheels weren't touching the ground. So just to make it easier on me, I'm just going to make them dually wheels, and that'll also kind of hopefully get the wheels wider out that I wanted to do, to hopefully help keep the plane from tipping when doing ground maneuvers. So let me get these attached and I'll show you how it all looks. Okay guys, as you can see, I got the rear wheels mounted, and if you can see here, you can kind of see the incline that I have the plane at now. It's higher in the front. That'll get the takeoff angle hopefully a little bit better, give it a little more initial up angle, and hopefully be able to take off a little easier. And let's get a closer look at the dual tires in the back here. Basically I just got them quickly mounted on here, so it's got the dually tire setup. I'm going to be building some sort of wheel shroud on here so it looks a little better. I got to figure out exactly how I want it to look. There are probably going to be some sort of little bulges or something that comes out kind of halfway over the tires, and maybe sort of kind of like a little stubby wing or something that hangs out. So I'll get into that in a little bit. Basically, this is where we're going to be leaving off today. I'm going to be working on it in the next few days over the week, and I'll be posting another video. So I'll probably be getting into doing the bomb bay and attaching the quantum bomb and stuff like that, and we'll have another video out shortly on that. So thanks guys for joining me for this video. Basically we're just going to close it out. I've got a little bit of video here of Tim flying the Hobby King Jet Tiger out at the park. We were out there for his birthday, and he was flying the plane. So thanks again guys for joining me for this video, and have a great day.
If something bad happens, we'll all see you get embarrassed.
Right here, you know. No, the fan here. That bad. Yeah, part of that. That thing sounds pretty cool. Hellfire's away.
I went to my
Fire's away. Go right. That'll hurt near as much as the one with crop out in front of you.
Smoke him!
He's gonna tell you, he's planning that. Yeah. I'm going to do that.